What do closers need to know about what closing expenses can be shown on the closing statement when a taxpayer is selling their relinquished property? The big picture topic here is that all of the net proceeds, all of the seller's equity needs to go to the intermediary. Only certain limited expenses may be paid on the closing statement. For example, the real estate agent's commission can be paid. The recording fee can be paid. The title company closing fee can be paid. But more difficult topics can be found on the closing statement when it comes to the tax proration, the rent proration, and the security deposits. Those items typically should be paid out of pocket by the seller and not be paid out of the proceeds from the sale of the relinquished property. The reason is that those amounts should already be in the seller's possession or operating account. The rents for the month, which would have been collected by the seller, that portion of the rents needs to be paid over to the buyer at closing for the days that the buyer will own the property. The rent deposits or security deposits that the seller collected when the leases were signed with the tenants, those deposits need to be given over to the buyer at the time of closing. And the tax proration. Taxes are typically paid out of your operating account, not out of sales proceeds. And any days that the seller is obligated to pay the taxes for should be paid out of the seller's pocket and not out of the sales proceeds. Again, the big picture here, we want to take the net proceeds and move that equity into the new replacement property. We don't want to raid the sales proceeds for transactional expenses that are not qualified for the 1031.